Hey everyone, I'm Sandy Caldwell and welcome to Quilt Cabana Corner. Today I have for you 3 tips for buying fabric online. I think with the decline of the brick and mortar fabric stores, they all seem to be closing around us, it's become difficult to actually piece a quilt together, especially at a big box store like Joann's, where the selection just isn't really there. You can find a couple of greens, a couple of blues, but it is really hard to piece together a whole quilt at a shop like that. Our other choices, of course, are like destination quilt shops, which are fun, like keepsake quilting, but not everybody can get to one in a timely manner, and that's important when you're piecing a quilt, especially for a gift. So today I have 3 tips, and this is kind of inspired by the fact that I remember when I was first purchasing fabric online for the very first time, I needed a batik, and I needed a batik that was gold. Well, I'll tell you, it's kind of hard to find gold batiks online that aren't real yellowy, and it was for a project that was going in a magazine, so it had to be right, had to be the right color, had to be representative of what I had submitted to the magazine. So of course I ordered and the fabric was the wrong color. And I ended up having to return it and try several more times. So long story short, the project got made, but I learned to fine-tune my online buying experiences after that, because there are a couple things that will help you to sort of navigate the process. And I know fabric is expensive. It's up to $12, $13 a yard. You want to make sure that you get it right. So the first tip of mine is make sure that you are purchasing from an online store that you've heard of. Have you received a catalog from them? Has a friend recommended it? Is it something you saw on a quilt show? Is it a story you've seen in a magazine? You want to make sure that you have a reputable place that you can trust and have a relationship with. And along with making sure that you've heard of the place before, you want to make sure that they have a vast selection. You want to be able to pick and choose and put things in a cart or put things in a little comparison page and make a wise decision. And part of making the decision online is that the colors that you see on one screen may not be true or may be different than what you see on a different screen. Oftentimes, if I'm buying fabric, I will look at it on my laptop and then I will look at it again on my iPhone screen. And there is a difference, believe it or not. And even when you print it, it could come out a third version of the colors. So I try to get a sense, as many screens as I can get going, to make sure that what I'm buying is what I think I'm buying is actually what I'm purchasing. That's like color trueness. And also scale. It's helpful if they put, like a penny or a ruler on the print, because you might think that you're buying a medium print fabric and it comes and it's, teeny tiny little calico or something that you really didn't have in mind for your project. So just make sure that you take a good look around at that. And sometimes I go online and I'm just overwhelmed. So if I'm looking for something, if I want to piece a quilt together and I want coordinated fabrics, the first thing that I'll do is I'll go online and I'll look at their pre-cut selection. Pre-cuts are always coordinated for you. It takes all the guesswork out of everything. So I'll just go on to like their layer cake page or their jelly roll page, and I will use the filters. That's really important too. They have filters on the side of the screen where you can choose the color, the manufacturer, the designer, and you can kind of start narrowing things down. So say I'm looking for blue fabrics, I'll go into the pre-cut section, I'll narrow it down to blues, maybe whites, maybe throw in another color. You can even pick themes or color wheel options like monochromatics or something like that, and I'll see what it comes up with, and then I'll take a closer look at it and decide if I want to buy yardage, but I'll know that it's already coordinated for me, which is fantastic. The second thing you want to consider is the cost of it and how you can purchase. Does the company require a minimum? Can you buy a yard of this and a yard of that, or do you have to buy it, can you buy a quarter of a yard is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, it's early, I need some more coffee. Hi Diana, thanks for joining me. We're talking about 3 tips for buying online fabric, or buying fabric online. Oh, I really need some coffee, you guys. I'm having a hard time today. So can you buy it, buy the quarter yard, buy the half yard, or do you have to go ahead and buy the whole yard of it? Because sometimes you don't need that much. And also, are you going to be paying a flat, oh my gosh, you guys, a flat shipping rate? Or are you paying by the weight of the package? That's important too. I like to go somewhere where I know I'm going to have like a $5 flat rate fee. And also, a lot of these companies have promotions all the time. So my inbox is filled with, Missouri Star Company, let's say that one. They have the deal of the day all the time. They have a loyalty club, so if you purchase from them, you're earning Quilters cash, which you can turn around and use on your purchase or the next purchase. A lot of times someone will have sign up for our emails and get 10% off your next order. Those are all great deals. So if you can sort of develop a relationship with a few online companies that you trust, and you had, try it once and you've had good luck with them, that's fantastic because those rewards will keep building. And also sometimes they just have, a big promotion or something going on and you can just Google it online. I'll say Joann's, but Joann's coupon codes. You can just Google that and all kinds of coupon codes will come up. The third tip today is order enough. What you don't want to have happen is you've chosen your fabric, you've looked at it on all your screens, you know that what you're getting is what you're getting, and it all arrives and you're so happy, but you didn't order enough. What I normally do is I write out all the yardage that I think I'm going to need, and then I add a half a yard onto everything. And some people might consider that wasteful, but I think that a lot of times a pattern will give you the yardage, but they're not giving you any extra fabric to allow for shrinkage or cleaning up the edges when you want to get your straight grain going. And it also doesn't account for a cutting mistake. I mean, come on, how many times have we all made a cutting mistake? Oh, just cut that at 2.5. It was supposed to be 3. Oops. So you want to make sure that you have enough because you don't want to end up paying your shipping fee again, right? So just add that half a yard and you can always find a reason. Make a scrap quilt, make a pillowcase, make something with it. You'll find a way to use it up, I am sure. So that's it. Those are your 3 tips. You want to use a reputable company. You want to make sure that the color is true by trying it out on different screens in your house and maybe even printing it. You want to check the scale. You want to consider your shipping costs and minimum purchase requirements. And also order enough. That's it. If you follow those 3 things, you'll be a very wise online shopper in no time at all. So thanks for joining me. If you would like to learn more about me or my pattern business, design business, you can find me at quiltcabanapatterns.com. I also have a blog that you can link to from there and a free newsletter. So sign up and get a free pattern. Join my newsletter. I'll talk to you all later. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.